In 3 days you will be 42, and in less than 6 months you will be racing in Roth against the best in the world. Are you scared of that?
Of course. Scared, but at the same time excited.
The Roth will be your first pro race. It might be your last. As an age group athlete, usually an age group athlete, how did this happen?
Yeah, this will be my first international professional race. Yeah, I'm really excited. Yeah, there was a nice coincidence that the Roth was announced to be European Championship race, and the Finnish Triathlon Union got some slots to that race, and I got the opportunity to get one of those slots.
Naturally, you have raced internationally a couple times at Kona and other races around the world, but this will be your first pro start in an international race. How would you think that the race will be different for the athlete?
I think this will be actually very much different, and I think this is that's why I'm really excited about this whole project. I have felt that this also brings nice bit additional motivation to my training and racing, and kind of because of need to race with all the best professional triathletes. I of course try to be as best as I can during the race day.
It's normal for you, at least here in Finland or in the age group races, to be winning or to be at least near the front. Probably in Roth that won't be the case. How does that feel?
I think it's, as said, I think it gives this additional motivation. My target is to be as best as possible, and it's good that there is definitely a strong enough competitive field, so that hopefully that is pushing also my own performance to the next level.
You have also a coached athlete in the same race, Heini Hartikainen. How do you feel that? How are you able to manage your own training and preparation for the race, and Heini's training and preparations for the race?
Yeah, good question. I think well, that was one of the reasons why I selected and also suggested to Heini to also join to this race, so that we can train together and kind of sparring each others, and of course at the same time as a coach to follow even closer Heini's training program, so that it's going to the right direction.
And I understand that you are training quite a lot together now?
Quite a lot, yes. Yeah, and I think it's. I found that it's quite nice and natural way to get the feedback from athletes that what is their current day-to-day kind of feelings, that are they tired, or how the training program is working for them.
You said a couple of minutes ago that your own goal for the Roth race is basically just be as good as possible.
Yeah.
In the race, but Heini is the actual pro here. What are her goals, or what are your goals for her for the race?
We haven't been talking that much about specific goals for the race. So at the moment we are focusing more on the where is she now on kind of performance level, and also try to through different type of testing to analyze that what are the current weaknesses and strengths, thinking about the race, kind of thinking about the requirements of that race, and then kind of create the plan, progressive plan from there towards the race. Of course we have kind of ideas or visions for the race, but we haven't set any specific goals yet. But that time will come later.
We were really lucky in Finland last summer. Of course, we are deep in the COVID situation still when we are recording this video, but last summer was actually really good in Finland, so to speak, and we got in some actually quite a lot of local races were happening. So can we say that Heini and you were able to have even a half normal racing season last summer?
Last year was very special, and of course needed a lot of kind of changes here and there in the training program due to that races were cancelled or postponed, or some other changes were made. So but I see it also that even though the bigger races were cancelled, that actually enabled athletes, and especially Heini, to concentrate on very stable and progressive training plan, which has now shown in the latest testing that the basic the fitness has increased quite nicely during last year.
That's nice to hear, and we'll be checking out the lactate tests on the next video a bit more or a bit in depth.
Yeah.
After the half normal summer that we had last year, racing wise, what were the last races that Heini did?
There was a couple of shorter sprint and Olympic distance local races. Heini did also debut on swim run, so that was kind of quite ad hoc decision to try to kind of how does that new sport goes, and the idea behind was that anyway it's swimming and running what we do normally, and of course in a bit different environment, but we did short 4-week preparation towards that, running in the woods and swimming in the lake with bigger paddles. So it was basically strength training for the swimming and running. So that was nice block and nice experience in swim run. And that was in September, and after that we had short 5-6 week running block which ended into national half marathon race, which went great for Heini, and she did her personal best time there. And after that, we took 4 weeks off. Training kind of off season is for Heini is just doing whatever she likes to do every day, and try to avoid the normal stuff and try to do something completely different, and give a bit break also to the mentally that not thinking about those same things as during the normal training season.
With the off season, did Heini have the patience to take it easy enough?
Good question. Yeah, because of this special year, it was, and because there was this progressive training ongoing all the year, which actually produced quite nice fitness. There was we had this discussion that okay, the fitness is good level. Heini asked me that okay, how she can rest now when the fitness is peaking now, but I think we got into the good agreement that let's try to take a bit easier 4 weeks and then start again. So new season. This season started the beginning of November.
Basically, the training season 2021 started in November.
Yeah.
And now we are sitting here in the middle of January. So you have had 2.5 months of training. How does it look now?
Very good. So taking into account that we have been able to swim still. Besides the COVID situation, the training for November and December was very much for the kind of basic fitness, going really slow and adding volume progressively, and also making also the strength training has been involved quite heavily to kind of get some gains on the strength level before we are jumping into the more intensive training in running and biking.
Awesome. How's your own training been going?
Pretty much on the same level or through same path. So November, December, a lot of volume, going slowly, and now beginning of January adding a bit more intensity and making sure that there is a kind of strength training all the time in the weekly program, and also try to make sure that the body functions correctly. So a lot of kind of muscle maintenance and things like that.
It's nice to hear that the training has been going really well at this point, but as we all know, the biggest training hours and the most important training phase is still to come. How will you make sure that the good progress continues?
Good question. So yeah, last 2 months has been successful in training wise. So in next we will do do some testing for the bike and running to see exactly where we are at the moment, and as I mentioned, try to identify even more in details the current strengths and weaknesses, and then create the training plan towards Roth from those results.